Hey everybody, I'm back. I know it's been like a year since my last video, but I'm ready to get started, make some more content. And my first video back, I thought we could go through and do a bunch of springtime maintenance on the Evora to get it ready. What we're gonna end up doing today is oil change, brake fluid flush, transmission fluid flush, top off the coolant, change up the coil packs, and maybe a few other little goodies along the way. So let's dive in, we've got a bunch to do. Here's all the stuff that we're gonna be working with today. So I mentioned we're gonna flush a little bit of our brake fluid out, just kind of freshen that up. We've got our power bleeder to do that. We've got some ready to go pre-mixed coolant, so I can just kind of push this in. We're not gonna flush it, we're just gonna top it off because it was a little low the last time I checked. Got some brand new coil packs. These are NGKs. They're probably maybe a little bit overbuilt for what we're doing, but you know, nice solid coil packs, don't have to worry about. We've got some transmission fluid for our 6-speed, and then we've got our oil change, our oil for our oil change, some OW30. Cool thing about this is it's actually the same fluid as some of my other cars, so I usually get quite a bit of extra and save a bit of money. Just some Fram oil filters, these seem to be good. And then of course I'm always doing like liquid moly, engine flush anytime I do oil changes. Just good quality stuff. Keep that engine as clean as possible. First up, small, quick little drive to get the fluid hot and moved about the engine. So let's go do this now. We took a quick loop out in the countryside since we're kind of like on the edge of nowhere here. This car gets hot quick and it stays hot for a while. So while that is kind of cooling down, we're gonna get the car up in the air so we can start draining all these fluids. So one thing I forgot already is that I'm not really quite dressed to work on the car, so let's fix that. All right. Well, this is quite a bit better. I definitely recommend if you don't have a jumpsuit or something like that, get one. I ran into a very small-ish issue. You'll notice I've got hydraulic fluid leaking, and so what's happening here is this dry brake right here is getting stuck. I'm gonna fiddle with it for a bit and see if I can repair it and put it up. Not ideal. Always something, right? I got to fix. It was just the O-ring kept getting kind of stuck in there. Probably needs a rebuild or maybe some new dry brake fittings. We'll worry about that another time. But for now, let's get this car in the air. So we've got the car up in the air and we've broken all the lugs, so now it's time to get the wheels off, get all the belly pan exposed underneath the engine of the car. Let's start changing the fluids. Let's get this done. We finished taking off all the belly pan bolts, the belly pan, just kind of been inspecting underneath the car. I've got a little helper for this one. Everything's super safe. We've got all the supports underneath the car, but I've got my boy who wants to do a little bit of the work, so we're gonna have him start to crack the oil filter and the drain plug on the car. Just like me, on your shoulder, like that, or on your back. And so, first thing you're gonna do, oh no. So, this is a 2-piece oil filter lid, and it actually has this little tube so you can drain all the oil out of it. But it's not coming undone. The whole thing is turning with it. So we're gonna do this a different way. What? Because it's not working. Okay, go grab I believe that's 15mm socket out of the drawer, the toolbox. Nothing's hot, so you're totally safe. Okay, but
where's the
one
oil coming out?
Oh, that was so loose.
Is the oil coming out?
Oh, I didn't even crack that. Holy smokes.
Is the oil
That could have just came straight out. That is terrifying. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. The oil is hot, so I didn't need you to loosen that because it already came loose. Oh man, that could have been catastrophic.
You taking it off at all or no? Is that bad that it fell or no?
No, it's fine. Whoop, there it goes. All right, so we got this off. I'll have to figure out what's going on with why that didn't come off. Okay, well, we're just gonna let that drip and then we'll come back. Okay, all right. So that was on there really tight. Just did it on the bench. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this on. All right, so drain plug's on, tightened, torqued, maybe just a little bit over torqued because it came loose last time, terrifying. We almost lost the engine. Filter's in, new oil rings are in and all that, so now we're gonna do transmission fluid on the other side. I did it. Gotta love it. Well, I made a big mess and now I'm cleaning it up. But now we need to fill it full of fresh fluid. I already mentioned we've got 3 quarts. It's only gonna need a little bit over 2, so we're gonna have some extra for next time we do this. But to make my life easier, because I don't have a fill pump for it, I've got one of these power bleeders. These are pretty great. You can flush your brake fluid with this. You can pump all sorts of fluid anywhere you need to. I like it for transmission fluid because it's got all of these little attachments in here. So because the fill port is on the side, I basically can just kind of hook it on there because it's got a bit of an angle to it. So gonna fill the bottle, fill it full of fluid. Oh, there he goes. It's dripping. I was worried we didn't have enough fluid. All right, so we're just gonna let that dribble out, and as soon as that's done, we got it. That was almost 3 whole bottles, and they said, oh, it's just a little more than 2. Lies, the internet lies. The internet lies. All right, transmission is filled. Drain and fill are tightened and torqued as necessary. And so now we're gonna fill it with oil and do a little cleanup. I've got this cool neck filler thing because the oil filler is like way back, kind of underneath everything back there. So you just thread this in to the cap. This goes in there like that. Makes your life a lot easier. So I showed you the neck filler. It's off to the side, right? Okay, so you still can't pour it directly on top because of that. But if you notice, I can pour it here and it slips over the edge. And it actually can pour straight in. It just pours straight in, no problem. I know all of you have spilled oil doing oil changes on your Evoras. That's how you avoid spilling and making a mess on it. Just get one of those angle filler neck kits. I think I spent, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks on Amazon to get it. And I'd probably save that much in rags. So get one. Oil level checked, transmission fluid, good. Warmed up the car, cycled it a little bit so we can get some of the oil flowing. I think we got the oil level right. So next I'm gonna throw the belly pan on and then move on to brake flush. One thing I noticed is that I do have a little small leak still in that axle. See, there's a little bit of grease there. It's just kind of like this stripe of grease that goes all the way up. So I think it's, we've tried replacing the clip and all that. I think we're gonna try to find and order a new axle for that side, or maybe send it off to get rebuilt. It just keeps on leaking. So anyway, we're gonna button it up. It leaks a very tiny, tiny bit about a grease. I think maybe it's lost not even a spoonful, not even a tablespoon full amount. And we repacked it last year. All right, so my microphone died just a second ago. So just wanted to say, gonna go through and start bleeding at least the fronts. I realized, I thought I had 2 liters of fluid. I only have 1 liter, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bleed just the fronts, pick up another bottle, and we'll do that another time. So anyway, just gonna do that real quick. I think next time I might actually end up doing the color change on it, just so that way I can see what I'm doing. I haven't seen that in a while, so I don't know if people still do that, or if they have that like blue dot 4 and 5 brake fluid, but I think I might do that next time. I did a little over half a liter, and it looks okay. Actually, it doesn't look okay. It's pretty gross, so I'm glad I'm flushing this, but I definitely need to do the rears too. So I'm gonna order another liter of fluid and flush that out. So coolant on this car is pretty easy. There's just a little fill port right here, and we just top it off. So the funny thing about this coolant is I had to get it at a frickin' Tractor Supply store. But it's pretty easy. You just put a little bit in here. Just looking in there, we didn't lose too much, but there's a line in there that you fill it up to. I don't know if you can see it. It's right in there. And so you just fill it up to that. Let's grab a funnel. Oh, I did it. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. All right, let's see. A bit more. I can't believe it. All right, let's see how we did. Oh, just right at the line. Okay, so we didn't lose too much. This car gets so hot, so you just end up kind of losing just a little bit every time you use it. So, all right, that's locked in, good to go. Last thing to do is just the coil packs. There's 6 of them, but we do have to take apart a bit of the trunk. Yes, this car does have a trunk, in order to get to where the spark plug coil packs are. Again, I did spark plugs a while ago, so we're just doing coil packs this time. So we're starting to lose a little bit of power on camera, gimbal. I already told you about the mic. So I think we're gonna do one of those finger snap things until everything's apart, and I'll charge everything. So let's see if I can do it. No. All right, we're gonna clap. Okay, it's off. It's a pain to take all this out, I'm telling you, but it is the best way to get at all the coil packs. You can see that that's where all the coil packs are on this side, and then the other 3 are right on top. All of them are in. They look good. So I think we're going to do the clap thing one more time, because that's really boring to watch it all put together, but it sure does feel good that... Okay, we got that put back together. Still have to put the jack and tool roll in there, but got those rear coil packs in. They look a heck of a lot better than the other ones. So, gonna move on to the next step. All right, so we got our coil packs in, NGK, those went in, no problem, easy. All those are clipped in. And now to just put in engine cover, which I am not a big fan of this engine cover. it just, I don't know, it's kind of boring, and you don't get to see the supercharger except through this mesh. I have some plans for this. So that way, through the window, you end up seeing the intake, the supercharger, and maybe cover up some of the other bits back there. But future plans, but make sure to stick around, because in future videos we're going to be doing a lot more to dress up this engine, make it look a little bit better. The trunk is all put back together, we can close up the hatch. And now I think we're probably just going to clean up the brakes, clean up the wheels, and we're done. Yeah. Productive spring maintenance. So now we're just going to clean up the wheels a little bit. I've got various like brushes and little things to do, but prep everything with Griot's wheel cleaner, and usually should just take care of everything. Just want to kind of just clean stuff up in here. I don't often get in here. My wheels, as you have probably seen, are really hard to get in here and clean the brakes in between. So we're just going to kind of spray everything off, let it sit for a few minutes, and then just kind of scrub everything. Got it all finished. Wheels are on, lowered. But before we wrap up everything, let's go ahead and take this thing for a test drive. But I'm not dressed appropriately, so let's change that. All right. Well, let's go take this thing for a test drive. All right, away we go. Brakes feel solid, that's a good sign. I think it's working pretty good. Oh yeah. Those coil packs feel a little bit stronger, a little more solid. Yeah, much better. Well, I think that's a wrap for our first video back. We got a lot accomplished. Engine oil, transmission gear oil, half a brake flush. We're gonna finish that another time off camera. Topped off the coolant and replaced those coil packs with some, I guess, maybe upgraded NGK ones, but we got some good results. The car feels good, shifts well, shifts definitely a little bit smoother. We'll have to get it out there and actually get the car hot to really see how it does. But everything looked good. Nothing to speak of in the oil filter, not that I was expecting it, though I am very glad that the drain plug didn't come out, which I can't believe it's something I have to worry about. I don't know what happened. Maybe I screwed that up. I guess like and subscribe, because you never know what's going to happen around here. But essentially we've got the car all sorted for the spring, and I think that's it. I've got some more videos coming up. I've got some fun visual mods to the exterior of the car that we've got planned and coming. I've got some parts ordered. I've no idea when they're gonna show up because of the tariffs and all of that. I've already ordered it. I just, who knows when it's gonna get here, or if there's gonna be some sort of extra surcharge now because of ordering it. And that's a wrap. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm trying to do this again. If you've got some feedback, let me know. Again, I'm trying to get back in the swing of making content again. Also, probably gonna put a little bit of BMX content here too. I thought, let's make this more well-rounded and go from there. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Look,